So, hello. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Right now, I better plug in my laptop. Right now, I'm going to be doing a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. I had asked the collective energy of Libra what this reading was going to be about. And I was told that avoiding the circumstance does not avoid the truth from rising up. Now, I don't know what the truth is. I don't know what the circumstance is, but I definitely have every intention of getting you the clarity that you're needing in this moment. Okay, so this is a general reading for the energy of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. So let's see. Let us see. Get you. Okay. You going through some stuff. Definitely going through some stuff. Let's see. Wow. Oh, gosh, man. Okay. That card has to have a bigger meaning than what I'm just seeing. So let me hold off with my feelings and finish what I'm pulling. But this is interesting. The numbering of the cards is definitely interesting. 53, 44, and 4. It's like 8, 8, 4. Very interesting indeed. So let's get us. Oh, shit. So this obviously involves another individual. Yeah. This involves another individual. Libra, you're really about to shoot yourself in the foot. For the Libras that are going to resonate with this, you're about to shoot yourself in the foot with this. If you're going to continue sitting on that fence, mute. Your needs are not going to be met. And you're probably going to go ahead and cripple yourself too. Okay. Final deck. Maybe I should pull these cards before I actually start the live so we can just start the live with the readings. Okay. Here goes. So Libra, bring it into form. Card number 41. You don't know if you should walk away from something, walk towards something. Everything is kind of just a hot mess right now. And this is because you're trying to make sense of connections that I think probably up to this point in your life, you haven't allowed yourself to have with other people. It would be good if I turn on the power. That's why it wasn't charging. Oh, wow. 33% at 10:33. You know what I'm saying? 33 mirroring. So you haven't allowed yourself to have very deep, lasting, meaningful connections with people. All right. This is one of your defense mechanisms that you've had for pretty much your whole life. And that's okay. People cope in different ways. But here's the thing. It's really prevented you from forming the type of bonds that you need to make you feel secure in your life, in your journey. So your chosen form of coping is actually adding to your feeling of being unsupported, unheard, unloved, unseen, all of those things, okay? It's causing you to lash out even more. So recognize and take ownership of the choices you've made that have caused and added to your confusion. It's like you go forward, you step back, you go forward, you step back, you go forward, you step back, and then you wonder why you're dizzy and haven't gone anywhere in life. You know what I mean? But have you really not gone anywhere in life? Or is that your perception? You have to figure that one out for yourself, because everyone's going to have a different answer for that. Some Libras will have gone somewhere with their life, with their career, and they'll still choose to see that they're in the same place, because emotionally you are still in the same place. But does that mean you haven't accomplished anything? Not necessarily. So here's the thing. You're needing to find your light once again. Card number 53, the sun. You need that fire to be reignited once again. All right. You've let your fire really go dim, really, really, really go dim because of all the ways in which you converse with yourself. Many of your conversations within yourself, with your higher self, is a very it's mean. And just plain and simple, it's mean. You don't necessarily say the nicest things to yourself. 35% at 1035 for card number 53. The flipping, the mirroring, seeing things distorted, flipped. And you have to stop just continuing in that cycle. It's like you're in a hamster wheel, wondering why you're so tired, but you won't get out of the hamster wheel because you're afraid of what's going to happen when you're out of the wheel. You don't know what you're going to do with your energy. You can use your energy in so many different ways. You don't have to just burn it up just to burn it up. You can actually harness that energy and use it to construct the kind of life that you deserve, to have the kind of relationships, bonds with other people that you deserve, bonds that are worthy of you. So here's the thing, 10 of love, look at that. It's in reverse, but look at that. There's so many people at that table with you, but you're just like, no, looking the other way. There are, in fact, so many people who love and support you, Libra, but you don't want to see it. You know, for whatever reason, it's too scary for you to allow them to love you and take care of you and support you in the way that you're wanting and needing right now. And no one can force that on you, okay? But you have to understand your part in these cycles that you live through. Hold on. So 10 of love in reverse, anger, indignation, insult, irritation, quarreling with family or friends, combat. Who are you fighting? Libra, who are you fighting? Do you even know? Do you recognize, for the Libras that this will resonate with, 37% at 1037, 10, 10, 10. Okay, this is a very key moment. Oh, 10 of love, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So who are you fighting with? Do you even recognize the people that you are silently fighting with are nothing more than reflections of yourself that you have been fighting with your entire life? We are nothing more than projections of that internal frustration. We represent something within you, each one of us, that irritates you, that you don't want to deal with, that you are trying to push out of your life, represents a part of you that's needing your attention. Avoiding the circumstance does not avoid the truth from rising. Now it makes sense why that was what your higher selves told me this reading is going to be about. You still at the table, going on a hunger strike, it doesn't get you fed. What are you hunger striking over? What are you refusing the nourishment for? And that, I don't know. Everyone's answer is going to be different. I don't know why. I don't know why. Is your answer because it's different from someone else's any more or any less right for you? Absolutely not. This is your journey. No one gets to tell you how to live it, but you're the only one that really has to deal with the effects of every single decision you've made or didn't make, every action or lack thereof. You're the only one that reaps the harvest of all of those seeds that you're sowing, okay? So the death card, I mean, this needs to end. This cycle of self-abandonment, when you walk away from the people who choose to love you, who choose to support you, who choose to call you out on your fuckery for yourself because you don't want to hear it. I don't know. I don't know. But when you do that, you perpetuate that suffering. It's time for that cycle to just die. You keep resurrecting it. Just let it die. Bury it. Let it die. Harvest the daisies that it pushes up. Let it go. Let it go. All right, Libra? Let me see what the... So let's see. Yeah. Let go of all the things that hold you back. This is about transformation, change, transition, renewal, rebirth, mortality, disillusionment, end, finish. Let it end. Let it finish. Allow yourself to finally begin eating at the table with the people who love you, the people who have prepared a feast of emotional bounty. Eat at that table. Eat at the table where respect is being served. And sometimes the highest form of love and respect is to call you out on your shit. This is what I notice about the Libra energy, and this is not said as a condemnation. This is said as an observation to hopefully get whoever needs this message to understand how you're co-creating the circumstances you're in. I notice sometimes the Libra energy will surround itself with people who don't have the best intentions, but also won't call you out on your bullshit. They'll keep stroking your ego as long as they can get what they can get from you. And as long as they're stroking your ego, you don't really care about how fucking fake and user they are because you're benefiting from it too. But at the end of that cycle, because that cycle will always implode, you get shit on. And then you wonder why people always treat you like shit, because you surround yourself with shit. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You don't just stop at that thought. Keep going with it. You get treated like shit because you're surrounded by shit. But what is shit? Fertilizer. You wonder why you've been buried, surrounded in darkness. Well, maybe it's because you're a seed surrounded by the very nourishment, circumstance that you need in order for you to grow. But you're refusing to grow because guess what? You're refusing to water that seed. The seed needs the light of your truth as well as the water of your tears, the release of that emotion and energy that you're accumulating because you refuse to cry about your circumstance, right? Because you ain't no punk bitch. Yeah, but in the end, you're the one that's turning yourself into a punk bitch if you're going to store all of that, creating more miasmic distortion, more blockages, more walls erected, keeping your own abundance from reaching you. So at the end of the day, who's really fucking who over? We're getting real rough and raw right now, Libra, because I'm tired of you being in this cycle, not because it's annoying me, but because I see the greatness that you actually are, the greatness you refuse to see about yourself. Every other reading is this. You're in a good place. Oh, let's go back to the shitty place. And I'm not tired of giving these readings. I'm tired of seeing you suffering so needlessly with minimal growth. And this is not all Libras. This is not all Libras. These are the ones who are afraid to actually allow themselves to receive and be happy. There's no reason for you to go without. None. Whatever story you've concocted in your mind about why you're suffering through this every other week, it's a bullshit lie. You know it. I know it. Do you need to admit it to anyone else? No. This is not no AA program. What you need to do is put on your fucking war boots and go to war with the bullshit that's causing you to continue running on a hamster wheel. The only one you're fighting is you. That's the only one you're fighting, really, truly. So card number 9, Uranus, genius. Uranus. Uranus. It's yo ass that's on the line. Your anus. Okay, Uranus, genius. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. So what if this is your genius rising? 44% at 1044. 28, 10. 28 watchers, 10 thumbs. 44, 10, 44. 10, 10, 8, 10, 8. Do you see that? Do you see the patterning? It's a binary pattern infused with reunification. Libra, you're no longer needing to balance. You're needing to recognize, pull both your hands in and wrap it around yourself because you need a fucking hug. You need some self-love to happen, okay? Okay, stop putting your arms out trying to balance shit that doesn't even belong to you. Empty your hands, wash your hands of that shit, and wrap it around yourself. Give yourself some love. Give yourself a hug. If you're going to refuse to eat at the table of the people who respect and love you, if you're going to refuse to allow yourself to receive the love and respect that you deserve, then give it to yourself. Be your own hero. Simple. Be your own hero. Card number 23, communion. What are you communing with? Are you communing with your light? Are you communing with your dark? Or are you not realizing you're communing with something outside of yourself that has malicious intent? What are you communing with? Only you know the answer to that. Figure out what it is you are breaking bread with, because obviously you're not breaking bread with the people who love and support you. Okay, that's the feeling that I'm getting. You're avoiding. And Libra doesn't like to be alone. You know that, I know that. Libra doesn't like to be alone. So if you're avoiding the people who are looking out for your best interest, what are you with? I don't know. It's not my place, right? So let's see. What do the other cards say? Card number 32, faith in the process. No one's giving up on you. You may want to convince yourself that no one's giving up on you. And this is why you're refusing to come around, because it hurts you to your core to see that no matter how much you've fucked up, no matter how much you've tried to push away the very people who have cooked a feast to nourish your soul, no matter how much you tried, they're still there waiting for you to eat at the table with them. So have faith in your process. At some point, you'll recognize this. At some point, you'll allow yourself to begin communicating. Air element, card number 39, communication. You need to begin communicating. You have to stop trying to be silent, because the silence is obviously killing you. It's causing you to commune with things you should not be communing with. It's causing you to choose to be a sacrificial lamb. For what? Card number 44, sacrifice. What are you sacrificing? Your transformation. That's what you're sacrificing. Nothing else. You're sacrificing your growth. So now is a time for you to recognize you're not being asked to sacrifice that. Now it's time for you to enter into a state of knowing. Card number 5, Athena, knowledge. Allow your wisdom to rise up, because you've been through so much shit in your life, Libra. So much shit. And this shit needs to begin growing you. 48% at 1048. This has to start growing you. Lady of wisdom. So for some of you, really, I mean, look at her face. She doesn't want to see anymore. The inner child is over there like, I need to be fed. I need to be taken care of. And you just don't want to see it. Your inner child is the one that's the only one that's really hurting. Okay? You need to begin taking care of yourself. Let's see what this card means. Excuse me. Everything about this card is concerned with prosperity and abundance, with a positive outcome for tasks undertaken, with great material success, security and grace, dignity and liberty, generosity and magnificence attend the appearance of the Lady of Wisdom in any reading. Her weaving suggests the weaving of soul into the life of the seeker, of the enriching benefit of a mother's love for her child. Her wisdom and devotion are reflected in the favorable aspect of the reading, regardless of whatever other cards are drawn. This is about a bold, noble-hearted woman, generosity, confidence, assuredness, sincerity, prosperousness, liberal-minded. This is about you recognizing you have someone like this in your life, or you had someone like this in your life. And is it too late for that to be revived? I don't know. You're pretty fucking good at reviving other toxic shit. So why don't you try reviving something that isn't toxic? I mean, that, to me, that's just logic. If you're really good at getting things to come back around, like the really nasty, hurtful circumstance that destroys you even further, I'm pretty sure you will be really good at bringing this around too, bringing it back to you. But that's something you have to choose to do. It's not going to be handed to you. It's just not. It's not going to be handed to you. If you want to finally heal this, you will. But until you stop identifying with the wound, you are not the wound. Libra, you are not the wound. You have been wounded. That wound got infected. You are not the wound. And what I recognize, a lot of people who have a hard time allowing themselves to heal beyond the injuries they've sustained in life, the reason is they've identified with the wound, and the healing of that wound, for some reason, is then subconsciously interpreted as the eradication of who they are as they know themselves to be. Well, why don't you allow yourself to shift it and recognize you are not the wound? You're so much more than just one part. So much more than just one part. You're an entire organism. You are a system of separate systems composed of separate components, composed of separate cells. Do you see what I'm saying? You are a totality, not a fractionated part of your existence. And it's time for you to begin accepting that. You're so much more than the things that have happened to you. The things that have happened to you are things that were allowed to happen for you. The perception is skewed. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying the way you're seeing it is a little bit distorted because of all the pain that you've experienced. You have so much potential. Card number 9, you have so much potential. And this is not me enabling you by saying, I see the goodness in you. No, you legitimately have so much potential, but you're not fucking tapping into it. You're not. And this is getting real harsh because you don't seem to hear it when people speak nice. Tap into your fucking potential. You have the ability to manifest such a fucking magnificent life. Libra, if you haven't noticed, all kinds of amazing things come to you right when you need it because you're able to manifest it. Because at times when you're like at the very edge of that cliff and you're like, this is fucking bullshit. I need this, this, and this. This, and this then comes to you. Because your need transcends the bullshit of your thoughts. Where you're like, oh, I don't get anything. And no, you don't allow anything in. So card number 41, North Node, life's purpose. What is your life's purpose? Figure that out and you'll emerge from the soil as the fucking tree that you are. You're a tree within an orchard. Trees make their own food. There's no reason for you to starve. Okay? Trees, some trees, your tree bears fruit. There's no reason for you to starve. If only you would allow yourself to grow enough to mature enough to enter that phase of your journey. So now we have card number 15, big bold vision. How about instead of seeing all the shit that you've been through, all the reasons why you should be pissed off and not trust anyone, how about you do a big bold thing and visualize the life that you deserve? The life that you can create for yourself if you chose to. But before you can begin creating it, you have to see it. You have to visualize it. You have to know what you're working towards. And then you have to work for it. You have to sacrifice your need to burn, because that's the problem. You keep burning yourself. You have to sacrifice that need so you can find beauty in front of you. Card number 4, beauty way. You are the lotus. You are the dragonfly. The lotus is in its element where it's muddy, murky. And honestly, the smell of the place where a lotus grows kind of smells like shit. So you're in your element. But instead of allowing yourself to take in the nutrients that not so aesthetically pleasing environment provides you, you're cutting yourself off at the roots. How are you ever going to get past this? You'll find a way. You'll find a way. We have Knight of Wisdom. Oh, that's his shield. I'm like, who the hell tied a rope around your neck and is dragging you? Maybe your higher self. Knight of Wisdom. Hold on. Okay. Look at that. I was like, who's dragging you by your neck? Ain't that some shit? All right, there you go. Oh, it's in reverse. I'm sorry. I had pulled it in reverse. So, Knight of Wisdom. Peace, sleepiness, apathy, inertia, stagnation, idleness, discouragement. That's where you're at right now. You know, you're feeling very discouraged. You don't really know what to do, where to go. But, you know, even though you don't consciously know that, you have a table full of people who see, who have been present, who have been silently observing and waiting for the opportunity to help. All right? And all it takes is for you to allow them, to give permission. And if you don't want to give permission, then you don't. And that's kind of that. But if you want to finally heal, you have the ability to. You have the support, you have the tools, you have everything at your fingertips, yet you're not ready to choose that, then okay, that's fine. At some point you will, though. Let's get you a final card. Oh, the Tao. It's the Tao. The diggity Tao. Okay, card number 38, sorry. Here we go. Here we go. The Tao. The Tao is always flowing, always nourishing life into creation, always presenting steps and solutions, and always reminding us that we are perfection in this moment. You are being guided to relax and allow life to flow. Stop cutting yourself off. Stop blocking that flow. Beloved, you're being invited into a more advanced spiritual classroom of the soul. Sometimes we think that more advanced means more effort, and yet in spiritual matters, as we mature, we become more able to stop attempting to control and direct from our more limited perspective, and instead become open to receiving and being directed by higher forces, which include our own divine essence at one with the source of all. This does not mean that we become a loose leaf blown about by the winds of fate. It means rather that we become like bamboo, strong within ourselves and able to move in this direction or that without losing our power. In fact, our flexibility can become part of what makes us a powerful instrument of divine creativity and healing. There are times when the Tao, the mystery of the source endlessly unfolding, calls us strongly to be flexible and to stop fighting against the unfolding, calls us and instead let it move us. It's the difference between trying to swim all the way to shore, not even knowing if we're heading in the right direction, but just thinking we could be, on the one hand, and allowing a cosmic wave to lift us, carry us, and deposit us on the shoreline, and the right shoreline for us, quickly and with grace. But why should it be so easy, you might wonder? The challenge is not to try and force life to unfold according to our whims, but to grow in trust, wisdom, self-love, self-worth, so that we become capable of surrender. The way is effortless, yet the journey to being able to surrender into the way, not always so effortless. We can make our molehills into mountains unintentionally, and so you're being asked to let go now, to relax and allow life to do what it does, which is flow. Life, the Tao, is more powerful than any apparent obstacle. The Tao flows through all situations and presents natural solutions, no matter how unsolvable those situations may appear to be. It just needs to be allowed to do so. I mean, that's potent that the final sentence is, it just needs to be allowed to do so. You just need to allow all of this healing to take place. Allow yourself to open your hand, not just to receive, but to let go of the identification with the wounds that you harbor within you. Okay? Stop trying to harvest things that are toxic. Stop trying to eat fruits from trees that grow toxic things. You're poisoning yourself. You're not nurturing yourself. And this is not said as a condemnation. This is said as an acknowledgement that I need you here, doing what your soul promised you would do for our collective whole. We need you to now step forward into the light of your truth. Allow your tears to fall and flow and water the seed that you are, so you can begin growing into one of the trees in the orchard of life. You're here to help sustain others. You're here to grow the fruit that will nurture and sustain other souls. You need to begin seeing your journey as more than just yourself. More than just about your suffering. Your suffering is priming you, preparing you to step into the role that you came into this life to do. And without having experienced all of that suffering and struggle, you would not have ripened in the ways you are ripening right now. Recognize all of this about your journey. Take ownership of your process. This is nothing more than one step in a multi-step process. Your journey doesn't end here. As a matter of fact, what I hear right now is this is the starting point of your journey. It's like you're exhausted from all the stores you had to go to get all the supplies that you need for this journey. And right as your journey is about to start, you're like, I'm so fucking tired. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not driving to the airport. Then what did you do all of that shit for? What did you do all of that shit for? Why did you spend all that, pay all that price for all those tools, all that stuff that you need to do the work that you're about to do on this journey? If you're going to not even bother going to the airport, take the next step of it. If you want to just end it right there. And I'm not talking about end your life. I'm talking about end your process of understanding your journey. What was the whole point? Right? What was the whole point? If this is all there is, then you wouldn't have gone through as much as you've gone through. If you were supposed to be just a basic normal person, average person working that 9 to 5 and, you know, paying your bills, paying your taxes, paying your mortgage, going on the trip that you need to go to this place because that's where other people go. No, I don't think so. Then you wouldn't have suffered through all the things you've suffered through, because it's the greatest healers who have to be broken in ways that other human beings can't heal from. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. For you to get firsthand experience because you're here to help other people. Maybe if you can understand that the human mind was never designed to fully comprehend the logistics of soul, maybe it won't seem like such a shit show. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm on your side, Libra. I really am, but I'm not going to baby this shit. Nope. And if I need to make you cry because I'm speaking so much truth straight to your heart, then fuck it. I'm going to make you cry. Because you need to water that seed. There are people waiting for you to grow. You water that fucking seed. You stand in the light of your truth and you grow. You do what you promised to come here to do. Because it's my job to make sure you do what the fuck you came here to do. So do it. Because I'm not failing my job. And my job is to make you see, whether you want to admit it or not. My job is to make you see. And if you're crying, you obviously see in the truth of what I'm saying, that you deserve more than what you're allowing yourself to have. That shit's profound. That's profound. So I'm done making you cry. I'm not that mean. Okay. I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean. So you guys, allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to expand beyond the limitations that you once upon a time believed in, because limits are nothing without your belief in them. If you don't believe in the limit doesn't exist. Limits are imaginary lines. That's all they are. Okay? Allow yourself to take in this truth because it's your truth. I'm simply delivering the message. That's all. This is your truth. So you guys, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I swear to you, I'm not going to be roasting your ass every single reading. Promise. I promise. Only when you need it. Only when your soul asks. So, love you guys. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.